Hey y'all, this is Michelle the Motivator, and I know that I'm drawing you because I said S.O.L. And your mind will have you to think that it's something else. But what I want to give you something is soul out living. It's not the normal Christian-like living that I'm telling you about. This soul out living gives you total power, total creativity to your own life. Remember, you've been created by the Creator to be creator. You've been created by the Creator to be creative, so start creating. What's the matter with you? Is your life depressing? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? Are you sitting there waiting for something to happen? Well, it's time for you to make it happen. You're not S.O.L. in that form, but you're S.O.L. in the transform state of mind that I can put you in. I can motivate you to a greater way of living. I can motivate you to something different other than the same old somebody telling you to sit there and wait on the Lord. The Lord don't want you to wait on him. He does not want you to be dependent on him, but he wants you to be independent in him. And so he created us to be a co-creator with him. And so we can make some stuff happen for our lives. We can make some changes. All we have to do is change our thoughts. See, when you change your thoughts, you change your mind. And when you change your mind, you change your state of being. You've got to understand who you be. Doesn't sound like good English, but when you know who you be, that you are co-creator with the Creator, that things can happen in your life if you make it happen. Stop sitting around waiting for something to drop down for you, but begin to create your day. Begin to wake up in the morning knowing that your day can't create you. You create your day. Knowing that everything that happens to you, you draw it to you, because that's the creative power that you have. When you know you're a co-creator, you don't have to wait for nobody and nothing. You begin to move in those energies, in those vibrations, in the universe, in the almighty intimate wisdom who dwells within you. The intimate wisdom created you so that you could create something new for your own life. Stop waiting around. Stop sitting around. Stop being depressed when life is going on and you're just sitting there waiting. What you're doing is you're making a living. You're not making a life. And many of you are on jobs you don't like, making money that's not enough to even, your take-home pay won't even take you home, working for people that you can't stand, and think that you're making a living. But making a living is not what you were created to do. You were created to make a life. I guess you say, well, motivator, how do I do that? The first thing you have to do is you have to understand, not understand, because every time you try to understand something, you place yourself in an under position where something is on top of you. But when you begin to understand, you walk in your insight, not your eyesight. You walk in your third eye realm. That's your spiritual realm, where you begin to see things before they happen. I know some of you don't believe me, but try it. Don't be a hater, be a participator. Because if it works, then you keep doing it. If it doesn't work, then you give it up. So the first thing you need to do is change your stinking thinking. If you have negative thinking, then you create some chemicals in your brain that causes your body to react. Remember, disease is caused by dis-ease. When you have dis-ease in your body, you cause disease. You got to talk to your cells and tell your cells, you were created to be creating within me. Your body creates itself. We're on all of these kind of drugs that have all of these side effects. They are not healing us. They are making other things go wrong in our body. So we've got to go back to our original state. In the Bible, it says God knew. Before I was in my mother's womb, God knew me. That means he was intimate with me. He created some stuff in me. He equipped me so that once I had flesh on me, that I would be able to walk above. See, you're not just human. You are a being. You are a human being. You were a being before you were human. You were before you were in flesh. And you've got to understand that. You got to know where you stand And you got to be that person. See, we got to stop waiting around for something to happen. No matter who gets the president's office, you've got to foundationally place yourself in a position where no matter what happens, you got this. No matter what happens, your needs are fulfilled. No matter what happens or who becomes the next president of the United States, it will not deter you from who you are. And so we've got to get in this place. You don't have to be S.O.L. in the negative form, but you can be S.O.L. in the positive form. Soul out. S-O-U-L. Out life. And your soul is where your desires are. Your soul is not negative or positive, but it's creative. This is the point that we have to get to. Our mind makes the decision. Our soul has the desire, and our body carries it out. Now, when you begin to go into your inner self and you understand how your soul has the greatest desire for you to accomplish in this world, for you to have abundant life, stop sitting there thinking that something's going to drop out of the sky. It's not. It's all in you. Your solutions are all in you. Your success is all in you. Everything that the infinite wisdom, God, whoever you put the name on it. He never said, my name is God. He said, I am God. I am carries your prosperity. Anytime you put something behind I am, it's a check that's already cashed. So you've got to get in your state of being, of knowing, not believing. When you believe something, somebody can change it. But when you know something, nobody can unknow what you know. So this is the motivator. And I want you to continually to come back so I can motivate your life into a greater way of living, loving life as it was created to be. So you've been conditioned by the world that things are supposed to be like that. Some of us have been even conditioned by the church. And I've been in church all my life, so I know both sides of it. But I've come to the spiritual point of knowing who I am, who the infinite wisdom is, and knowing that I am God. I am a co-creator with God. I walk in the shoes of God because that's what God said. I will make you in my image. He wasn't talking about a reflection. He was talking about that God material. I will make you out of God material, and you will walk in the way that I walk. You will create in the way that I create. You will become everything that I am. Oh, there that word is again. I am. And so we've got to begin to use that as our check. This is a check that you can write, and you can do this, and you don't need anyone else to co-sign. You don't need anyone else to sign on this. All you have to say is, I am sold out to life, not death. There is no death. There's just another dimension of life. So we have to understand too that fear is the foundation of all of our issues. It's false evidence appearing real. It's delusional. It has caused us to be afraid. Remember that anger is fear announced. Anytime you get angry, most of the time it's because you're fearing something. Anytime that you get offended, most of the time it's because there's some truth in it. Come on, y'all. Let's wake up. It's wake up time. It's time for us to get to a point of knowing who we are. Stop letting people determine who you are. Stop letting people label who you are. Stop letting people decide if you're going to be happy. You have to understand happiness comes with happenings. Joy is emotional stability. This is when you stand in one position, knowing that the infinite wisdom, God, the creator, is going to handle this through you. Why? Because you're a co-creator. Come on, y'all. We got to wake up. We got to move into something greater. Greater things should we be doing. We should be creating, not duplicating. We should be leading, not following. We should be having our own businesses, not going to other businesses. We should be creating something. We should wake up every morning with a drive in us, because you should be saying, what am I going to create today? What am I going to do today to make my life a S-O-L, sold out life? Love means living in full effect. So first of all, y'all, you got to love you. You can't love anybody else until you love who you are. Love how you look. Love how you walk, how you talk, how you living, how you being, what you're seeing. You got to have the love for you. You can't wait for somebody else to come and love you and try to make you happy. You got to love yourself to joy, power, energy, vibration, your highest thought that you have. God honors that. But if you're thinking low, God's going to say, see, the deception that we have, and the word of God says that God says yay and amen to everything. So if you say, I need more money, God says yes. If you say, I want more money, God says yes. See, those are not action words. That's a groaning and a moaning to obtain something. But when you're a creator, you make it. You don't wait around to get it. You create it. Because whatever wasn't, when God said it, it became. And if that same power's in me, I'm working with something great. Don't let nobody fool you. You got to come to yourself and understand. Shoot, I missed the word. And understand and overstand who you be. Well, this is Michelle, the Motivator. If you want to contact me through Facebook, you can contact me through Facebook under the Motivator's Motivational Corner. If you want to contact me through Twitter, it's the Motivator at More to Rock. If you want to contact me through email for additional questions, where we can go back and forth and I can answer some questions for you. If I have tweaked, your curiosity that there is something greater than just praying. Praying has power, and it has a powerful effect when you pray the proper way that creators pray. See, creators don't ask for anything. They thank God for everything. Watch out. Well, this is the Motivator. I'll see you next time when I am prompted to come on Periscope and give you a word. Have a great day.